So we continue with the interview with Senator Magnus Abbey. Now, since, we started having, this issue of insecurity, we've seen state governments, put together their own security apparatus in terms of forming maybe vigilante groups, militias, empowering people to maintain law and order. And we know that the Constitution, this is against the Constitution, which empowers certain security agencies as being responsible for law and order and security in the country.
I have always been an advocate of expanding the role of police to the states, but I have also been an advocate of constitutionalism. We cannot, in a country where we have written laws and a sacrosanct constitution, allow people to act outside our known rules. That was what I drew the attention of the Senate to. That all these, whether you call them militias, or you call them neighborhood watch, or you call them guards, or you call them whatever, that are being set up in the states are being done in breach of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Insofar as the purpose of those bodies is to arrest crime or arrest perpetrators of crime or stop their formalized bodies that are being deployed on state funds. That's police work under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I'm not against it. But what I think is required is that it should be done, we should bring these things in conformity with our laws. We should amend the Constitution. We should have a procedure that safeguards the interests of those who may not be protected by what is going on. For example, you have heard the issues that they have raised in Kogi. In Rivers, where I come from, there was a stage when killings and all that were an order of the day in Rivers State. But this body was not set up. Now we are approaching elections, and all of a sudden you have a body of this nature that is now being hurriedly, set up by the state government. And where are the provisions to safeguard the interest of those who may not understand exactly what the government means? Where are the provisions to safeguard the interest of those who may feel that they are being targeted by this body? Where are the provisions to determine that those who are recruited and are controlling this force are not doing so from a purely political motive? Where are the guarantees for other citizens in the same environment? These were the questions that I asked. I'm not opposed to it, but we must act in conformity with our own laws. And we must do things in such a manner that every citizen understands exactly what is going on and where his own rights and protection will stand. That's why I felt that the Senate, the National Assembly, should call all the states that have established these laws, should look at what they are doing as it affects the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Then are you an advocate for state police?
I have always been an advocate for state police because I feel that the resources that are needed to adequately protect our citizens cannot come from only one purse. As long as there are competing demands on that purse, it will always be inadequate. If you go to the United States, even universities have their own police within the university. If you go to the local government has its own police. But all these are done in clearly within the constitutional roles that are assigned to these different bodies. And there are clear directions as to who is to take charge of what and how citizens are to be protected. For example, in the US, if something happens and the FBI comes in and it's a federal issue and the federal police comes, all the state police will stand down immediately and work under the directives of the federal police. All these provisions are there to protect the constitutional rights of the citizens.